I was just looking at the X account of Congresswoman Mary Miller, and it is good to be with you, by the way,
Thank you
Congresswoman.
so much. It's
Here's what you said, at least as of this last post. Americans deserve a future with a home of their own, family dinners, good jobs, safe neighborhoods. President Trump and the House GOP are working to make this dream attainable again for every American. You and I have not met before, but I know that your account and those that I have talked to about you say agriculture, farming is a huge part of your district, I know, in Illinois' 15th. So talk to me about food affordability and inflation, because this is something I hear from the agricultural community. Still, beef and soybeans and the like have still been a problem out there in the market. Coming down, but still needs work.
right. Well, President Trump has lowered the cost of food. He inherited a disaster. Inflation was raging because of Joe Biden's reckless spending and policies like shutting down our American energy independence, because everything goes back to energy, the cost of everything. So President Trump is working tirelessly to bring grocery prices down. Couple things though, I'm on the Ag Committee and I'm very happy to fight to make illegal aliens ineligible for SNAP benefits. Federal benefits should be available only for American citizens, American families, children, veterans, the people in need. Back to agriculture, though. Yes, I represent a very heavy ag district, and I'm very proud of that. We're highly productive. That's what causes nations and communities to thrive is production. But under Joe Biden, we had a non-existent, at best, a passive trade policy. We've been taken advantage of on the world stage for decades. President Trump recognizes it, and he would say, why are we doing it this way? Why have we agreed to this trade agreement? And he's scrappy because he cares about us. He's looking at better trade agreements. He's looking at new emerging markets, which we're grateful for. But the other side of the equation for ag producers is inflation. And, obviously, energy costs affect our fertilizer.
Yes.
We use a lot of diesel fuel. I talked to Secretary Zeldin the other day about the ridiculous DEF requirement, which it causes all kinds of maintenance problems in our diesel engines. It's a ridiculous requirement. It's based on the whole net zero goal. So excessive regulation hurts ag producers, and then they have to pass the costs along to the consumers.
Do you deal with both crops and livestock?
Yes.
So I know beef and poultry, and there's been a lot of discussion about the big four meat producers. But I also know that there are a lot of people in smaller agricultural communities. I know where I live, a lot of people will buy their beef directly from a farm.
Right.
Should we encourage more kind of direct-to-consumer, small farm livestock rearing as opposed to these larger producers?
Absolutely. And I think the American people do not realize that 85% of the protein processed in our country is done by only 4 companies. Yeah. And this is a national security issue. 2 of the companies are foreign owned. One is Brazilian and one is Chinese. And we should never have allowed public policies to have driven this kind of consolidation. I think we should use antitrust laws to break them up.
The president said he's having DOJ look into this.
Yes,
is this true?
I know. This is great.
What do you know about it?
Well,
what are we looking at?
I think that there's been a lot of back and forth over the last couple months about, in particular, beef, but it also affects the pork industry. But I think it's highlighted the problems here, and now he's listening to people on the ground, not just the big 4 packers coming in. He's listening to the producers, and he's listening to consumers. Consumers want locally grown and produced food. First of all, we're under way more regulations than, say, Paraguay. Who wants to eat Paraguayan beef? I don't want to. But people want to support the American family farm. It's part of our culture, and it is for national security that we produce our own food. We can and we should be producing our own food, but the producers are abandoning ship. You can't go year after year, decade after decade without making money. And our young people are leaving the farms because they've seen their parents struggle hand to mouth year to year, and they're going on to greener pasture, so to say, and leaving the farm. But there has to be financial incentive for the young people to stay and for the family farm to continue.
Final question. I've asked all of your colleagues this question, and it is younger people in this country who may be trending, if you believe it, and it kind of depends if you're on social media, and I know that you are. It seems younger people are more willing to embrace the Mamdani, AOC, socialism thing.
Right.
I don't know how real that is or measurable it is, but it seems like the energy is behind it right now. And it's because economically they feel up against it. Can Republicans combat that before the midterms if that energy is real?
Well, we can if we have news sources like you that are able to reach the people. Whoever controls the information controls the people. We have two-pronged problem with the youth. One is education system. They have not learned that 99.9% of people are crushed under socialism. A lot of times it turns into communism, then you have mass murder of people. They don't know that. They've never learned it. They haven't had good civics education in our country. They don't understand that we're the most free and prosperous nation that's ever existed. It's not utopia. Nobody's saying that, but it's the best we've ever had, and they should be encouraged that way. But I think the other thing is they feel hopeless. And I want to encourage people to feel positive. There still are a lot of opportunities. Every generation has had its battles to fight. It's worth fighting for what we have. And the only people that will prosper under socialism is Mamdani and his close, tight-knit family and friends. Otherwise, it'll be a disaster. But we do need to reduce costs for young people. Obviously, college is out of control. It's because the government got involved. Not everybody is college material. We pushed everybody to college. We determined because you're poor, you should get free college. And also the colleges were not holding the debt. The taxpayers were, and they loan money in exorbitant amounts for ridiculous degrees that they would never be able to pay it back. So number one, they have a ball and chain on them from like their early 20s because of college debt. Then housing prices. Well, if we deport 20 million people, if we deregulate, if we get energy, American energy independence going again, because everything goes back to energy, we can reduce the cost of housing. President Trump knows this. He's inherited a problem. He's taking bold steps to do this. And also, food prices have gone down. And we need to get illegals off of taxpayer-funded benefits. So be more for the American people then. It's driving the cost of everything.
Congresswoman, it is a thrill to meet you. I hope you'll come back and see us soon.
You.
Thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.